Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight for another special bonus episode of the Discipline Therapy Podcast with your two hosts, seven-time author Mr. E.L. Discipline, who's munching away there, and with him always, the lovely Suhey Sotomayor.
When you come here, you get like the best hospitality. At
Yeah.
rice,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
get watermelon,
Yummy. Water as well.
right? Yeah, so you get the hospitality,
Damn,
you get the rice, you get the watermelon. I'm really great.
you are a very good host. That's very
Right.
true.
Come here, you get the best, and
The
then
best of the best.
yeah, and we
You get what you
record.
get and you don't get upset. That's right. All right. Well, our bonus episode for season 7 is it fair for a wife to have her own money and for his money to be their money as well. Guest caller. Hello, guest caller. Are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hello, hello. First of all, do you want to state your name or remain anonymous?
I'm going to remain anonymous.
All right, anonymous. That means you got
I'm
lots
going
to
to keep
say.
my mysteriousness about
Oh, shoot. Mystery.
it.
All right. So what do you think about that? Is it fair for a wife to have her own money, to squirrel away money, and
Yeah,
then
I think that it's fair that a woman, a wife, to save money for herself. But I also think that the husband should be able to save money for himself, and they should have a joint account where they have the money that they share between the two of them.
so you think they should each put money from their own, like let's say earnings from work. They should each put a certain amount into like you just said a joint account, and then keep their own like a specific amount for themselves from that money too, from their money. Or
Yeah, that's fair.
okay. In Middle Eastern countries, it's cultural for the man to make more money, give it to the wife or wives, but still control all the money and like where everything it goes. Um, do you think that like how do you feel about that? What do you think
I'm
about that?
not. I don't know what the laws are about women working in the Middle East. I'm not sure. What I know about that, it might be archaic, it might be, old news, but I don't know their rules and what rights women have there.
Mm,
Um, if they can't work, if they're not allowed to work, if they're married, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how that works. But if the husband is the only one allowed, or the only one bringing in money, and he's giving her his paycheck, but then he's also um dictating to where money should go, like for food and I guess rent, or
mm-hmm. Like
if
other
he,
bills.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that I don't I mean I don't know. I think that if
There's no wrong or right answer. It's just like what you believe.
no, I know, I don't know what the hell I believe. No, um, I don't
Sorry.
know. I think that in those countries, it's I don't know how they're gonna get. Do they get in trouble? Can they go shopping? Do they have to
Mm,
ask their husbands for permission if they want to go buy a new outfit? That shouldn't be. If he's giving her
like
an
an allowance
allowance for a
almost.
month,
Mm-hmm.
then they should be able to spend it the way she wants to spend it,
Okay.
as long as they're taking care of the household things and the children, if they have children, as long as all that stuff is taken care of, and she also gets her little allowance on the side, then she should be able to spend it the way she wants to,
Okay.
without having to ask them, can I go buy an outfit? No, that's not the way it should be, I
Okay.
believe.
So do you think that hiding money is fair? Like hiding it and not saying anything about it, just keeping it
I think that it should not be that way. Does it
for
happen? Yeah, it
for
happens
either
a
part,
lot.
for not the wife or the husband.
Yeah, for both. It shouldn't be. I mean, if you're married, then you marry that person for a reason. Um, for me, when you're married, that person is your best friend. That person, somebody that you confide in. So why would you hide anything? It should be
Mm,
okay for you to save your money on the side, and he saves his money on the side, and you guys have your money together. That
mm.
should be the normal way. You shouldn't have to hide it. But I know that people do hide it.
Have you known men and women to hide it or just a certain gender?
No, I know both men and women have hidden it. Like you could see with divorces, when they're going through divorce, and the husband has money in another account that the wife never knew about.
That's
That comes
true.
out.
That's true. I didn't even think about that one. That's true.
Mhm.
Why do you think that that okay, So why do you think a woman would do that as opposed to a man doing that? Do you think that there's a difference for when a woman hides money and than a man?
I think a woman hides her money because she doesn't want to be told what to do with it,
Mm,
or you know, yeah, like I guess she doesn't want anybody telling her this is her money and she wants to do it whatever she wants to do with it.
She might hide money because also, let's say it's an abusive relationship. She's trying to
Yeah,
get out.
yeah,
He's
that's
the
true
sole
too.
provider.
Mm-hmm.
that too.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
could be a lot of reasons for it. Now, why do you think a man would do that though?
because why would a man hide his money so that
That's a
so
that's
that
Men
actually a good
men
question.
don't do that.
Some men do that. I've seen
What
it.
would be
I've
his
seen
what
it
would
in
be his
movies.
gain? If he's living with a woman, taking care of the bills, or that's let's not even say living partner and spouse, marriage,
Mm,
right?
hmm
Um, uh,
Maybe throughout the years, she's changed how she is, and now he's thinking, "All right, I'm just gonna." 'Cause she in the divorce, she's gonna take me for some. I'm gonna hide some money.
uh, but a lot of men don't think like that. So
That's true.
it's like that's like a 1% of a man that's thinking like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
or the
Like
guy
he,
has another girlfriend, another thing on the side, and he has this other money to take care of that woman.
yeah,
That's true
maybe,
too. Yeah, maybe the first
maybe.
wife, like how you said, he gives her the bill, the bulk of the paycheck, she pays off the bills, and now he's stashing for the side piece, maybe. That's a
Mm.
good one. Um, do you know what hypergamy is?
Hypergamy?
Yes.
No, what is that?
I
Do you know
like how
what it is?
you've said it be hypergamy is when a woman goes for a man in with a higher status
Yeah.
so that she
Oh,
can
Not just women, people in
people
general,
in
but
general,
but
but
women practice this more than men.
yeah.
So pretty much what she says is correct. I'm just gonna expound. Women date up to summarize it. A lot of women don't like. I always say there's terms to everything. How
Mhm.
we are, what we do, there's terms to them. We have to understand these
Mhm.
terms. 98% of women practice hypergamy, 2% don't. So what hypergamy is mostly women practice this. They go after men who have higher sociological, educational, intelligence, status, perhaps financial status
Mhm.
than themselves. And we could even go in depth, taller than themselves, more muscles, better at sex than them, more dominant than they are, leaders because they aren't, perhaps, um, more ambitious. Like women, just to summarize, date up. So,
So the question is, do you think hypergamy ultimately is about security and survival for women?
well, the question really is why do
Oh.
these women do that? That's the question. And if you look at the history of women in the world, um, uh, they have been they have been taught to marry rich, to have the man take care of them. That's what they've been taught all throughout our history.
Mhm. That's true.
And it's just starting now that women are finding out that they don't need to do that. They could take care of themselves. They could, they could buy a house. They could, buy a car. They could have kids and not need somebody else there to take care of them. They could do it right all
So
by themselves.
so like financially you're saying.
Financially, status, everything, everything that was just said
yeah,
Mm.
is you can achieve it. Women can achieve that on their own now.
yeah, because
Are
more
they
more women
still?
have opportunities. You see,
Yeah.
we really see more women in college than men. More
Mhm.
women are elevating.
Mhm.
There's women out there making more money than men now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I still think they practice
And
hypergamy.
and I also asked the same question, like, where do you think women got the idea to be this way?
From their mothers,
Yeah.
from their family, from their that's from being taught that
Yeah, that's
as a
learned.
young
Mhm.
child. Even I was at a function yesterday, and one of the girls said, "Yeah, my mom always told me to find a man who's going to take care of me." And this is
Mhm.
today. This
Yeah.
was just yesterday,
Yep.
and I looked at her like, "Wow, that's interesting." And she's like, "Yeah, that's what my mom always said.
Mm.
Now,
Find a man to take care of."
why do you think that the girls are taught this at such a young age, you think?
I think it's the age of the parents of their
I
parents.
agree.
Like the older that your parents are, your grandparents are, that was instilled in them
Right.
as they were growing up. So I think for our generation, what we are going to teach our daughters, which is not that's not what we're teaching them now. We're
Mm,
teaching our daughters to be independent, to be confident, to go to school or not go to school, but to make something of themselves.
mm,
That's what I'm going to be teaching my daughter.
Could be societal too.
mm-hmm.
You know.
Do you think it's a byproduct from evolution? Like, for example, um, like didn't women want to secure the best genes, like, and the best man? Like, I guess looking at a man, you wanted somebody who was strong for their offspring. Like, I want my child to be healthy and strong, so I'm gonna go for like in kind of like, all right, Disney, they always make it Beauty and the Beast, Gaston. All the girls, even though this is a cartoon, but all the girls wanted to be with Gaston because why? He was the strongest, he was the biggest, and he can kick everybody's ass. So do you think it
Yeah.
stems from that as well?
Yeah, but what they don't, and when it's really underlying in those Disney movies, is that those men are abusive men.
Yes,
They
because he
don't.
didn't like for her
Yeah.
to be
So
smarter than
usually, I
him.
mean, yeah, and he was violent.
Mm.
If you watch the movie, the dude's violent. He's everybody. He's good looking. He's strong. He's a protector. He's rich. Oh, that's all fine and good until you're in a relationship with that person, with him, and then
Mm-hmm.
what happens? You're gonna get
I'm
your ass beat.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that she said that
Yeah.
because I've said this in past episodes of the 666.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this conversation of the
Mm-hmm.
666, this modern era
Yeah.
of independent modern women that
Mm.
make a lot of money. I want six figures, six pack, 6
6
feet
feet.
tall.
Mm-hmm.
So we've said, well, what's gonna come with that?
Yeah. What are you asking along with that? You don't even know what comes with it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so crazy how the universe works, how God and the ancestors work, that we will never, none of us, I don't care how, even myself, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care how amazing I say I am, or a woman says she is out there,
Mm.
we will never, including myself, get every box checked.
That's true.
So something we will have to sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a man who doesn't have kids, might find the best connection, all clicking the boxes, but the only deal breaker she got maybe one
Mm.
or two.
Or 3.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Woman, same situation. Maybe all these other things, but he got a baby mama already,
Yeah.
or he's married.
Yeah, it's a problem right there.
Or you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
always going to be something. And I think this is how the universe set everything up
Yeah.
for us because we can never get perfect.
Right.
We can only get perfect for us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That
Exactly.
only God and the ancestors are perfect. But
Mm.
for us, we're not perfect and we're never gonna get perfect.
Yep.
That even if we did get perfect, would we really want it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want somebody to be like perfect in all ways. That'll just remind me of all my flaws. All right. Is it ever okay to keep a secret stash from your partner?
I don't think so. I don't think you should keep it. You should be keeping secrets at all.
What about like he said, like if they're being abused?
Oh, okay. So yeah, no. If there's certain circumstances where yeah, you have to do that to get out of a certain
A
situation. Or
situation.
yeah,
Right. Okay.
definitely. If you're in a situation where your life is in danger and you need to do that to get out of there, then
Right.
you have to do
By
that.
any means necessary. But if you're in a regular good, regular relationship, there's no need for it, you're saying.
I don't think there should be any secrets.
All right. Do you believe chivalry is dead? And if so, who do you think killed it?
No, I don't think chivalry is dead. I think there's still chivalrous men out there, and um, I think that the kids from this generation, I think that chivalry might be dying in them because I don't think that I don't think they care. I think they view everybody, all genders,
As
as equal.
equal?
Yeah.
Mm. So then it is dying, but it's not from a specific gender, it's just from the generation, you're saying.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, of course, there's kids out there that are, that are respectful and chivalrous, but I don't think it's. I think more than half of them just don't
Don't say like that.
don't
But
see it.
one last question before we let you go. With in that talking about that with this generation being chivalrous, chival not chival. You know what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
They don't believe in chivalry. That was a hard one to come out with. Um,
Chivalrous.
right.
Mm.
Don't you think that that also like they may have that mind state now, but as a parent, if you just keep instilling it in them, do you think that it'll click or not really?
I think that it will click once they get out into the world and they see how the world is, and
Mm,
they have to know that there's certain ways to behave, there's certain ways that you have to be.
right.
Um,
To
but
function with
then these,
others.
these kids nowadays, they don't. I don't know. Maybe when they get out in the real world, they're on their own and they don't have the parents to like help them out
Mm-hmm.
with whatever whatever the issues are. That maybe then they'll be more in tune with
How to
how
behave.
yeah.
All right. Do you have any last words that you would like to say about this topic?
Yeah, sure. I from in my with my experience and my marriage, it's not a perfect marriage. I don't think anybody has a perfect marriage, but I can say that my husband is my friend. Is he
That's
a pain in
nice.
the butt? Of course, but I don't have to lie to him.
That's good.
Have I, I do save money on the side, and he doesn't. I do one of those things that where everybody gives like $100 a week if they're able to, or $50 a week, and then everybody pays every week, and then at the end of the time when your date comes up, you get this money back. So it could be like $5,000 sometimes.
Mm.
So he thinks it's a scam, and so he doesn't
Want
agree
you to
with it.
do
He
it,
thinks
right?
that I should be able to save my money on my own, but I can't. I can't do it. This is the only way for me to save money.
Okay.
I don't li I told him that I'm doing it. I don't remind him of it, but I'm not li
But
you
he
know, he
knows,
knows that I'm doing it,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And so then when we're short, I'll bust out with my money, and he's like, "Oh my god, you have it." Like,
She
"That's
said I
right,
bust
I
out with
have
my
it."
money. Wow.
He would
You
come.
see?
"I
You're like,
got it.
you
I
see?
got you." Yeah.
Oh, so
And
you
that's
you
basically
busted
you
out
have
for
to have both.
everybody. That's nice.
I'm gonna talk about
I
that when she's done.
That's good. All right. Thank you for being on the show.
You're welcome. I love you guys. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
All right. So we have a bonus episode for season 7. It's Is it fair for a wife to have her own money and for his money to be their money?
Well, I feel like depending on the situation, I mean, it could be something that may work for certain people.
Like
Uh,
when do you think that that would work for certain people?
well, if the male is bringing more of the profit in, and he has already created the structure for the family, and she just feel like you know money's there, and I want to go do something for myself now. I mean, it's logic to you know
To why she would do it?
yeah,
Mm.
but if he's like a struggling male, and she's not really giving much of the financial support, it's kind of it's like
So
I don't think
you,
it's fair
you
for her to go have her own thing and not,
and not
and
help
then
out.
yeah, or say my money is your money, you probably you're making more money than me, maybe. No,
So what you're saying, if the man is making the most money, right?
right,
And she's, let's say, not contributing, but he's making the money, and he's everything is paid off. It's not a worry. Then it would be kind of okay for her to do that, but not
absolutely,
if he's struggling. She would need to help.
right, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
You know what a lot of people don't talk about? I'm glad that you said that. This modern era is like living in a fairy tale world, and what a lot of people don't talk about is the real.
Mm.
Right.
And I'm glad that he said that because I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit you with some big facts to put people back into reality. Different
Mhm.
races get paid differently.
Yeah,
This is
that's
what we
true.
don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You can Google right now of what a black man would make and what an Asian and a white would make if they
Mm-hmm.
work the same job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there's people out there who believe in black love, whatever it is they did outside their race, right? There are certain limitations when it comes to as far as resources. Now, when we talk about like six figures to like more than that, we think of minorities, we think of athletes, we think of perhaps real estate agents, but these people aren't in the limelight. We
Right.
think of who else? Professional athletes, actors. Yes. So this is what this is what these women, when they're saying six figure guys and stuff, this is what they trying to attract. Because the reality is, when you Google who makes six figures and up as far as profession, you know what's on the list? Pilots. You know what a pilot makes a year?
A lot of money.
146,000
Oh wow.
to start. You know what
Right.
policemen make to start?
A lot.
Depending on the
On where they are
region.
too, yeah. I was gonna
Suffolk,
say that.
Nassau, New York City.
Suffolk gets that money.
Yeah.
And they don't see as much crime either.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, depending on the region, Miami,
Mhm.
UK, Atlanta, New York. You see,
true.
this is the stuff people don't talk about.
And you know what? The black man, the Chinese man, and the white man all get paid more money than a black woman, a white woman, and a Chinese woman. Maybe not the white woman. Maybe she's the one that gets like half.
Well, things are changing.
That's very true.
Things are changing.
Now,
Business owner, you can make unlimited.
that's true.
But go ahead.
All right. In Middle Eastern countries, it's cultural for the man to make the most money, give it to the wife or wives, but still control where the money goes. What do you feel about that statement? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you think that that should be something that men globally should adopt that type of way?
Absolutely not globally, because like every country is different,
Mm-hmm.
in its own way. The United States is a business, it's a business state.
Mm.
You know, um, my key thing is structure. If you stayed in for example, if you stayed in Dubai, they have living standards. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah.
And stayed in Africa, they have living standards. So sometimes in that country you can have 5, 3, 6 wives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's okay. But here in the United States, it's not that way. You know, the structure for we use this term financial literacy, which is the key factor of living, which is, I would say, the system. The system is built to kind of keep families apart, keep keep that I've been with my wife for 26 years type of structure away from the modern day culture. For me, yeah, it's a race thing. It's not it's not really a race thing or culture thing. It's the financial literacy part. And
Mm.
so basically, these guys, for example, some guys come from these foreign countries. Let's say the Chinese man, they come from foreign countries and they know the structure of how to survive in the United States, and they buy up everything they can buy up.
Mm.
And it seems to us as if, like, man, these Chinese people coming in doing this, or the Arabic guys, they come in and do the same. They know the structure, so
Mm.
they, and then successful businessmen from other races, even our own, they know the structure. So now these women see these guys with nice cars, nice house, a lot of, all this money. And the first thing is like, we don't, we think we don't hide. My thing is, people want a piece of the pie, but I want the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So a lot of women, a lot of people just want a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Most of them, like Eston was saying, things are changing. So people are starting to find out how they can get the recipe. The recipe
Mm-hmm.
is free game.
Yeah.
It's you can get a free game to the recipe. But going back to what I'm saying is that it all seems like amusing and real nice, until you really know the situation.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can be a minority and you see a nice Mercedes, but you might stay in the project or something.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
don't matter about staying in the projects. I just want the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Right, right. They have their things kind of crossed.
Yeah.
Right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can be, to get back to the topic of the show, sometimes you can be a hard working man and you just doing the bare minimum and you think that's good enough.
Mm.
And your wife looking at Rochelle like, oh my God, like Rochelle and her husband is,
Mm-hmm.
the house is so amazing. Oh, he
Mm-hmm.
just bought
Mhm.
her a new car.
So she's
Mm-hmm.
He
comparing.
right. He
Mm.
does the same job as you,
Yeah.
but you don't know the structure of how they're doing it. It could
Yeah.
be
Right.
no business. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And women are more inclined to doing that than men. I'm glad you.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm glad you said that because I want to get into hypergamy. Do you know what that is?
No, man, enlighten me. That's
Okay, so so hypergamy is when people, but mostly women, practice this and they're unaware. To summarize it, they date up. So they search for men who are higher sociological, educational,
yeah,
intelligence,
yeah,
financial status, or
mm,
status in society, social dynamics than
right,
themselves.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Um,
He said, yeah, yeah.
do you
no,
believe?
no, listen, because the crazy thing that you saying that, man, I had a situation before, at a time in dating, right?
Mhm.
I met a woman, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, she seems like she's well balanced and everything, and so we started talking, and I started opening up, right? And I'm like, well, I'm just starting to do this. I came from this type of relationship and this, that, and that. So so this is what she said. She's like, seemed like a good guy and everything, but I feel that we're unevenly yoked. I
What does that mean?
the first time I ever heard. Have you ever heard of this? Un,
No.
unevenly
No.
yoked. Basically, she was saying is that she's already established, and you're not kind of where I am, so we're unbalanced in being with each other.
Just because of the financials part though?
Because financial part, or having your own place, or even if just having your own car or something, just something like that. That was basically what she was saying. Because
Mm.
she has a mortgage, and she's not renting an apartment. You know,
Yeah.
things of that.
So that's
Oh.
hypergamy. That
Exactly,
that's hypergamy. Yeah.
exactly. When you said it, it brung that it just played that
Yeah.
back in my.
You know
Mm.
why women practice this? And then I'll let you get into what you get into. You know why they practice this subconsciously?
No, go ahead, bro.
Because women go into their relationships on a partnership mentality.
Yeah.
Right.
Think about it. This is the biggest question. If there are so much strong, independent, I don't need a man financially, why do women still care about if men make money or not?
Mm,
Well, I think it's
You know what I'm
because they
saying? Or
want to
want
make
to,
sure that they don't have to take care of him.
not just
That's what
that,
I think.
women go into relationships wanting to be equal or
Mhm.
partnership.
Mhm.
She deaded you because she's like, yo, you don't make the same as me or higher, which
right.
means if we get together, we can't build an empire.
Mm.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, but that
Right.
wasn't fair on her part for that. Like maybe,
Right.
maybe he was in between. He just got, whatever, or he's going to school and stuff. Like
Yes.
it's unfair for that.
So I don't blame women for practicing this
Okay.
because I believe this is the security and survival for women.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, when they practice this, it's many things that come into play. Well, I had to act like a man to get to this level.
Mm.
Maybe I was
Right.
taking care of somebody in the past and it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So they always go into the what if this doesn't work out. I
Right.
need security. There's the
Right.
security.
Yeah, definitely.
If he's not there with me, or if he makes all the money and he doesn't want me to work,
Then
what
what's
if
gonna
he kicks
happen?
me out?
Exactly.
There's
Yep.
no security. So they always go into the mentality before the courting stage even occurs. Um, this could end.
Mm.
And then
Right.
what am I left
Right.
with?
Then what happens to me? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why you'll always go out with the woman and those conversations of what do you do for a living
Mm-hmm.
come up. Most
Right.
men don't ask women these questions. What do you do for a living? As long as she's making some type of money, she could be
Right.
making $18 at McDonald's.
I think
Like
they ask that question for different reasons.
a man won't care because
Right.
she's making money and
Right.
she's still hardworking.
Right. Right.
Right.
But a woman will be like, what do you do for a living? If you say I make $18 at McDonald's, which is good money in certain areas,
Yeah, that's not
she's
bad.
going to be like, hell no. However, if you say I'm the manager of McDonald's,
Right.
Right.
she going to be like, okay, boss.
Right. He's a manager.
Okay, dominance.
Right.
Okay, power. Because there's
Mhm.
that status.
Mm-hmm. But I do think that the women ask that question to see, can he support me? Can he, help raise my child if she has one or whatever? But a man when a man asks a woman that question is, what kind of work do you do? You know what I mean? Like, are you a stripper? Are you a bottle girl? That's why I think they ask those questions. Not necessarily, do you have your own money? Or maybe, do you have your own money? It's not going to be more than me, but
I think most men date down anyways.
yeah.
So they don't really care. Unless you're
He's laughing.
unless you're a businessman and you want to build a conglomerate, then you're gonna look for successful women.
Right.
But most men that already make a shitload of money,
They don't care.
they'll go after the girl that works at McDonald's making 18. Her body is right. She looks good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sexual talents is on point. They'll date down. I
That's
said this
true.
in episode 41.
You said in a couple.
Yeah.
You guys got to go back and watch every single episode. You
Yeah.
see? Now, would you be okay if you ever found out, like, if you had a girl or a wife and she was keeping money from you?
I wouldn't be okay. I wouldn't be okay, honestly, because I mean, the funding is what make the function of a lot of the things in a relationship, consistent. Like the bills have to be paid. You know,
Yeah.
um, I live life day to day.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't live it like a lot of people. I don't live it thinking about next year or next week or uh I pray to get in the older age realm, but I live it day to day, so I know it's like I feel like just be straight up with me, and stuff like that. But when I start, when I feel it's just like you know I may be making the money and then I may put a little money to side, to the side just so you can spend, you know, the perks of being a good
Mm-hmm.
man,
Yeah.
but you're taking that extra money plus your funds to do everything. It's like maybe you may be giving you. It's like you may be giving your friends some money. Like how?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm thinking like how are you able to give her a loan because we don't have it like that.
Right. Right. You
Yeah.
should be focused on this house first.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I would feel some type of way if she's hiding money from me.
Mm.
Do you have any final thoughts?
So I feel like, in every relationship and just anybody in general, if you're seeking, a good relationship with a woman, you guys should structure a relationship off of financial literacy. You know,
Mm.
like know where you guys are at financially, know what areas you can help each other, and know where you both want to go.
Mm.
Nowadays, uh, the economy is built on togetherness. It's like
Mm.
I can kind of give a whole example on how to really, be in a good relationship financially.
We'll
Mm.
have to
I mean,
bring you on in the
yeah,
studio.
that's another show. That's another
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
That'd be
like
awesome.
absolutely. But like I said, it's just build your relationship off financial literacy structure,
Mm.
and and that'll probably take you farther than just getting with each other and not knowing.
Yeah, definitely. It'll save a lot of heartache too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
And I thank you guys for having me. Definitely, I would love to be on a segment. Starring
Yeah.
me.
We'll,
Starring
Guys,
me.
we'll get you in studio.
most definitely, man.
All
Most
right.
definitely.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. So, okay. In the Middle Eastern countries, it's cultural for men to make more money. I don't know how it is going on now. But men, some countries, they practice different religions like Muslim culture. You can have multiple wives.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have multiple wives, that man is probably making a shitload of money. If he's making a
I hope
shitload of
so.
money, there comes with rules and an agreement. So if let's say a man has 4 wives, if he gets her a house, he got to get the other 3 a house. That's how it works. If he's giving her sex, he got to give them other ones sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has a responsibility.
Yep.
So there's rules. So if these guys can also get stoned if, let's say, he got a woman that wasn't part of the group and he doesn't tell them about it.
Really?
Yeah.
How interesting.
There's so much different rules in different countries.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah. So if she's not a wife and he's engaging with her and they don't know about it, it's like cheating.
Then
You know what I'm saying? So he's like it's a crime.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's like, hey, I met this woman and we're gonna connect and I want her to be an additional wife, they kind of have no say.
Right.
But as long as she's gonna be a wife, they,
Right.
okay,
It's
she's gonna be a
okay.
wife. But if she's not a wife and he's engaging and he gets caught, it's a crime.
Interesting.
And so and have the responsibility. So if he buys her a car, he gotta buy them a car. Like you see what I'm saying?
Everything has
Yeah.
to be even.
Yes. So that's what happens in there. Now, some of them make all the money, they bring it to the wife,
Mm-hmm.
and the wife holds the money. She manages the money. Maybe she's like a family accountant,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes care of it. When he needs the money, he comes to her and he limits her spending.
Right.
Now with this topic, is it fair for a wife to have her own money and his money to also be hers? Yes, it is. I believe it is.
Wow, I'm shocked right now.
Now, here's the thing. Here's my ideal household. How would it be?
Okay.
I've already said, even in season 51, they need to go back. All relationships 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Season 52. This is all season 5. 52, the poly versus monogamy, part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 41. I've constantly said it. They need to go back.
Yeah.
I've been saying things since 2017 too. They need
That's
to go
true,
back,
too.
whether it's on my posts, Instagram, and stuff like that. Okay, so I believe that with her keeping money, yes, she should have her own money. I'm gonna give it so many. Yo, I'm gonna go in. The thing is, because women are expensive. I've used to live with a woman. This was back in I had this Boricua for 4 years. Last year we lived together. Women are expensive. You walk into the bathroom, you see makeup, you see a shampoo, all that. And men are simple. Give me deodorant, a Head and Shoulders. I don't need shit, right?
Mhm.
I don't need to do my beard. I could buy a thing off Amazon, do it myself because I do my own hair, but I'm not complicated. Women gotta have all this shit. Nails, hair, all this stuff. Their maxi pads on that first of the month, they're expensive. Women are expensive.
It's true.
That's one of the reasons why this world women are the cash cow of this world. That's why they cater to a lot of women with so many different things.
Mm-hmm. It's awful.
Yes, sex sells. Women is part of that. So the thing is, women are so expensive. So yes, she should have her own money to spend on that.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if I'm like, I want you to get your nails done for me. Your hair a certain way. She should be spending her money for that.
Mm-hmm.
A lingerie. She should be spending her money for that. I shouldn't be buying, if you're going to surprise me, you're going to tell me, oh, I'm going to get you that red lingerie or whatever it is. Why would I buy it?
That's true.
I mean, if I buy it, come on.
It's like a gift.
It's more like empowering you if you buy it.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying? So she don't need to make the same amount of money as I do, but she should have some. Now, another reason is, God forbid something happens to me. She got money. that I could use and for us.
Yes, kind of like the first caller.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
that's what I did. Now my household would be I would be taking care of the responsibilities, bills, and stuff like that. But we'd have a joint account.
Mhm.
I don't care if I live with 2 women, they're living with me, 3 women, or just 1. We're gonna have a joint account. That's non-negotiable.
Would all 3
So
women put into the joint account as well?
if it was a situation like that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
the thing
fair.
is,
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna control everything. Like, why? Like, you could trust somebody so much, but why would they need to have separate money where you don't see it? If you go to the, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say we were in a relationship and we're living together. We got a joint account. Oh no, we don't have a joint account. You go to the store, we're wealthy, and you come home and you're like, oh, I spent $1,500 on shoes. I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be mad too. That's
You know what
awful.
I'm saying?
$1,500
You
on
want
shoes.
a walk-in closet to have $1,500 worth of shoes you're probably never gonna wear in your life. There's people starving in Haiti, Africa, different parts of Africa.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, I'm gonna manage shit. Yeah, you can have it, but I'm gonna manage it. I'm gonna see what you're doing because a lot of women don't have discipline in their life. They could be thinking, "Oh, this is some shopping therapy." Is that what they call it?
Oh yeah, retail therapy.
Yeah.
I don't
So
have those.
no, like that's why these dominant males, boyfriends are essential because he's gonna be like, "No, stop that."
Yeah, you don't need that.
I went shopping with a sub once. She usually spends hours, but when I was there, we was in and out. Discipline. So
That's
why
true.
are you doing stuff like that? You're late to places. Why are you doing stuff like that? You need discipline. You need that guidance. So I'm gonna manage shit. But you can have your shit, but I'm still gonna manage it
Now,
to see where the shit is going and if I don't prove this or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a joint account. Even if she made more money than me, I'm still controlling everything. So she could be an RN making 120. I could be making 90.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna control everything. At the end of the day, what the caller was saying is, "Oh, you're not on the same level or whatever it is." What he should have said to that woman is, "I'm gonna provide things that's worth more than money." So yeah, those Chanel shoes are great, but can you buy a bodyguard to protect you? Are you gonna pay a seducer to fuck you well?
Oh my Lord.
What about fix things around the house? Educate you, because you might be a crazy bitch and you need discipline and guidance. So is your money gonna buy these things? This is where the man steps in.
Yeah,
You see,
definitely.
most men that make a lot of money don't have all these skills. They just pay bills.
That's
You
true.
see what I'm saying? So they can't do all these other things. So a man that makes money and he could do all these things, that's a catch. That's a prize. That is a rarity, almost like an anomaly.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So that would be my ideal living space. And I said this in audio shows. I'm not taking care of a sub until she says she wants to have my kids, move in with me, or become my wife. Then she becomes family. And guess what? Now I incorporate your bills. You incorporated those bills before me. So why should I pay for them? I said this in an audio show.
That's
Why
true.
should I pay for them?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And spoil you like that. No, I'm not taking care of somebody unless I know there's coming with conditions. And the conditions are you moving in, you're gonna have my kid, or you're gonna get married. Because those things mean family. So if you are family, now I'm taking what your burden and your baggage. Right? Don't single mothers say, I'm a total package. I come with my kids. Same thing. So when I take her into my life, it's the whole thing. So right now, if I'm not living with a sub, if it's not going to get that, why am I going to pay her bills?
That's true.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be my situation.
Let me ask you a question though, because I know we brought in women who are hypergamous.
Yeah.
What is the difference in your opinion between a woman who's hypergamous and a gold digger?
I'm glad you asked that. A woman who's hypergamous That's why I say I don't fault them for doing this. That's more of a security thing. That's more of long term. That's more of also maybe kids and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
involved. That's why I want the highest value of a man.
Got you.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? It's not just for selfish gain. Gold digger is selfish gain.
Like
Equate to
what can I get from him?
equate to an opportunist.
Yes.
And
okay.
a gold digger is most likely not going to invest emotions with you. She,
That's
or
a
could
good
be a
point.
man too,
Yeah.
is emotionally unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
just
true.
want superficialities and material. They're
Mm.
opportunists.
Yeah.
They run to wherever the opportunity is
Right.
at.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's rappers, whether it's athletes, whether it's going to shows of rappers, like I don't know, but
Right.
they're looking for opportunities.
Right. Or like when the basketball players, what is that? When all the girls go to Miami or whatever?
All-star,
Eso,
all-star
all-star. Yeah.
weekend.
Eso.
Yes. Yes. They trying to get
Those are gold diggers.
yes.
Mm. But they
Yeah.
could be hypergamous too. I mean, I guess that's a fine line, I guess, in the beginning to distinguish. Are they going because they want to secure something with somebody, or is it strictly just for let's see what I can get out of this weekend?
How many women you know
I don't
are
know.
gonna engage with a man that's married?
I would hope none of the ladies I
An
know.
opportunist?
Yes.
Because she might not be thinking of long term.
She's just thinking, if I get with him and I get pregnant, I'm straight.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So those athletes are primed for that because
Yeah.
most of them are married.
Yeah.
So none of these women are going to be thinking, I want to be his wife too.
Mm,
I want to be part of, no.
right.
They're like, yo, I want that bread also. I want that fame also. I want that power also. You know, that's what they think. Gold diggers,
Yeah.
opportunists.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So a hypergamous woman could even be a traditional good girl who wants a man higher than her in all ways because she wants to secure her future
Mm,
and perhaps her kids' future as well.
that makes
You
sense.
see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. It's not just selfish gain.
Right.
It's survival, it's security, it's is perhaps if they have kids and stuff
Right.
of
Right.
that nature.
Now, do you think it's hypocritical when parents or like society tells men at a young age to avoid gold diggers and women who will finesse them, but tell women to find men who will take care of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very confusing thought. I would assume for guys to be like, all right, don't go after gold diggers, but I gotta take care of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you do want to tell your sons that. Don't you have to be able to distinguish when a woman wants to take you for your money
Mm-hmm.
and when she's, sincere with what she's telling you.
Yeah. When me here's the thing with me. If I get married to somebody, woman, because I'm heterosexual, if I get married to a woman,
Or
or
women.
women, right? It's like we share things.
Hmm.
So why is she hiding money?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It stems bigger than the actual physical or
of doing it,
material
yeah.
principle. If she's hiding money,
What else is she hiding?
not just that, she is definitely untrustworthy. So why am
Like
I gonna
deceitful.
stay in this marriage or even
Go
marry her
further, right?
if she's hiding the littlest things? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, why are you hiding money if I'm paying for everything?
But that's
Because
what
are
I'm
you
saying. That
spending it
could
on
stem.
another? No, are you spending it on another nigga? Are you
Oh,
spending it on your friends? Are you buying things to hide from me? A dildo, porn movies? Like, why are you hiding money? That could also be she fear the security. What if this doesn't work out?
yeah. I was gonna say
I got a
that.
bag hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard. Like, she's still untrustworthy.
Right.
So the reality is she has to pick the right man. That's
Well,
what it comes down to. Because if you pick the right man, then you don't have to hide money.
That's true. But I have a story. This girl that I know, she was in an awful relationship, had a son, got separated from that guy, found who we all thought, oh my God, she found the perfect guy, accepted her son, everything was great. Then they got married. She now got pregnant with their kid, winds up having 2 children. He tells her, don't work, stay home. Stay home with the kids, raise them. I'll pay all the bills and I'll give you, some money. So we
What
all
else was
thought,
the stipulation?
that's it. You stay home with the kids, teach them, I'm going to work and pay the bills.
She's cooking, cleaning.
Cooking, cleaning, right.
Okay.
Well, it turns out she was cooking and cleaning. She was taking care of the kids. She was taking the trash, mowing the lawn, taking care of the cars, putting gas, fixing them, making, right? Okay, we didn't know all that. And the money that he was giving her for her to spend was $150 for the month.
What the fuck is going on?
Right. So she never kept any of the money.
She's doing male duties.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yo,
And
I
she
would
never.
sorry to cut you off. I
It's
would
okay.
never feel right letting my woman mow the lawn,
Mhm.
changing a tire,
Yep.
putting an air conditioner in the thing, bringing heavy grocery bags.
Yep.
I could not sit as a man and look at myself in the mirror. You sitting down, and I said this in episode
Mhm.
22. Episode 22. You're sitting down on the sofa like a fucking housewife. As a man, like a fucking housewife, watching TV while she brings in the groceries,
Mhm.
and you feel good.
And
This is a bitch to me. And I said this in the audio show. If you just paying bills and not doing anything else, you're doing what women are doing in this modern era.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're doing.
because even when he would come home from work, the kids are little, they want to see their dad. No, I'm tired. Would get his food, go into the room, and that's it. But my point is, she never squirreled away money because she didn't feel that that was right. Now that they're in the midst of getting a divorce, she got shit. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, like with the first caller, I agree with. You shouldn't have to hide money, but unlike the first caller, I have, I was in that situation where I had my money, and his money was our money,
With your ex.
right?
Okay.
With my kids' fathers,
Okay.
my children's father, my father.
Okay.
And that, I did do that. But thinking back, and it was because it was, an up and down type of relationship. If it doesn't work out this time again, how many times can I go back and forth? I'm gonna need to, squirrel some money away.
Is Chivalry dead? And who killed it? Do you believe it's dead?
I believe it's dying, but much like what the first caller said, I don't think that necessarily it has to do with gender, but with like the what's the word? The generation.
Yeah.
Because
So
she also said that
I concur.
yeah.
I think there's still some gentlemen out there who are chivalrous and practice chivalry. However, majority of men are changing to the times and adjusting to women
Yeah.
because there's so much women empowerment and feminism being
Mhm.
implemented. Men not being in their masculine roles.
Yeah.
Women give them a little bit of pushback and they back down. They
Yeah,
bark.
it's almost like fine.
Yeah, they bark, they back down. You open the door for them. Hey, I could open my own door. I'm a boss bitch. I'm independent. They're not steadfast and stubborn. Like, yo, shut up.
Right.
The
Let me
door's
open
gonna
it,
be
shut up.
open.
Mhm.
Be quiet. You want to be with me? This is what's gonna happen. They don't do that. They're just, oh shit, he kind of a fighter. I'm scared.
Or
Okay.
maybe just to avoid an argument. Like I'm not trying to hear this shit. Yeah, definitely.
So now, because these women are pumping their chest like silverback gorillas, they forfeit benefits and to be treated traditionally.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
100%.
because these men are weak, they're weak-minded. They're not stubborn and steadfast in their ways. They're not. They're not stuck with their ideologies. So they adjust to women. Most men go with the flow. They don't move unless women be doing
Say
shit. So
something.
now they're going to the courting stage, just seeing what they're gonna do. Is she gonna make the first move? And I'll follow her lead. They don't make the first move, whether it's going to kiss her or taking the reins. Hey, this is where we're going. You're off. I got
Right.
plans over here. They're not doing that. They're waiting. When am I gonna see you again? I want to get to know you. They're not jump right to questions and doing this and this is what we're gonna do. Blah blah blah. Got the whole life planned out. This is my goals. This is my purpose for dating you. Boom, 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 boom. Straight up.
They
They're
really
not
aren't.
doing
That's
that.
true. 100%. That's true.
So what they're doing is they're refraining from a lot of things and intimidated because they don't want to be seen as a bad guy. They don't want to be seen as toxic because a lot of women are shaming them for this.
Do you think that also they kind of back up when they feel that pushback only because they might be thinking I pick and choose my battles, like this isn't nothing, fine, she don't want me to open the door, I'm not going to fight you on it, but I will fight you on something else. Do you think that happens sometimes on a man's perspective?
Fight her on something else.
Like, okay, like I've always, as a
Like if
parent,
he's a video game guy and she's like, "Oh, I don't like you playing video games. Well, I'm gonna do this." Or he's a sports guy. I don't want you watching sports. Then he fights her on that. Is that what you mean?
yeah, like, all right, you don't want me to open the door? Fine. But then if she comes, because it's Sunday and he's watching basketball or whatever, he's like, I'm going to stand my ground with this. You don't want the door open? That's fine. But this, I'm going to stand my ground on.
Maybe.
I think so, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where are you on and where am I on?
Are traditional men, alpha males, valued, taken for granted?
Oh,
Or
there
taken
you
for
go.
granted? Same thing with traditional women. It's a rhetorical question. We'll move on. They
Okay.
are.
Yeah, they are.
Can a woman be so independent and empowered and be traditional and treated traditionally? I love this one. Can't wait to go in on this. Go ahead.
Can a woman be so independent
And empowered, but also be traditional and be treated traditionally? No. But what do you think?
Can a woman?
We just
I'm
talked.
gonna
We
say
just
no.
talked
I'm
about
gonna
it.
say no only because
Yeah.
I feel like she won't know when to.
Not just
Like-
that. Not
like-
just that.
like-
The man is not a bully.
Oh yes.
Sometimes you gotta be a bully.
Yeah.
You gotta be steadfast bully. The man is not a bully. He's
Yeah.
not a G. That's what it comes down to. So much rah. Yo, I'm not used to women being so aggressive.
Which is weird because nowadays they are.
So that's what I mean. They're not a bully. So my
Yeah.
thing is this. Women that I engage with don't spit that independent shit. Because the reality is I'm traditional and most likely they are, or they get trained to be. So what I tell them is you're never going to have your cake and eat it too. Here, somebody else, yes, but here, no. So if you want to be treated like a traditional wife, you're not going to be independent as well.
What does
You
that
see?
mean?
Because
what does
the
that mean to you,
traditional
though?
wife comes with benefits. Independence means selfish. Huh? Yes. So if you're saying you want to be independent, you know what independence, if a woman is saying like, yo, if a woman tells me, if a sub tells me I want to be more independent, I'm going to say, okay, I'll give you a longer leash. If she says I want freedom to express myself, I'll get you a coloring book and some crayons. I let you breathe on your own already. I gave you enough freedom.
That's true.
The reality is, if you're going to be a housewife and you're going to be taken care of financially, protected, provided, great sex and all that, if you're telling me you want to take trips with your girls and I don't have to be there. If you're telling me you want to hide money, if you're telling me you want to post your ass on social media.
Is that being more independent?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that that's what that meant.
Yes. It is.
Oh.
So it could be subjective, is what I think.
That's what, okay.
But
Got you.
if she's saying that stuff, remember, independent is singular.
Yeah,
She's
but
not talking
maybe-
about we. She's not talking about us. She's talking about her and what she wants to do. I want to hide money. I want to do this with my girls. Go to the club every weekend. I want to post my ass online. Right?
Right. But it sounds.
I don't need your permission for shit. If I'm making any moves, gonna buy these expensive shoes, I don't want to include you. No, yo, I don't know any wife that's like this. My parents been together for 40 years. When I go see them or we're spending time together, my mom doesn't do nothing without getting his input. And she's a dominant Leo. He's a Pisces. So I've never, this is asinine to me. I've never seen married women or women in the relationships that are preaching independence still. Because if you want to be independent, you should just remain single. There's no point. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
think
that's
it's
what I
also
mean.
it's
You
what you
cannot
take the
it's-
word independent to mean. Also, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're taking it to mean like they want to do everything by themselves. Maybe they mean it in a different way.
So what is it? What does
I
it
don't
mean
know.
to you?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, why would, if somebody came and told me I want to be more independent? I guess, yeah, you want to do things more on your own, but that could be like maybe she wants to have her own business.
Okay, that works.
No,
That
I
works.
am a problem solver.
That works. But the reality is, Your business, what does it entail? What are you going to be selling? What are you going to be doing?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Can I invest in it too?
Mm-hmm.
You say, do you want to include me? You know what I'm saying? Are you looking for investors? Like, what is the business entail? Like, what are you
Right.
trying to build this business for? What's the goal of it? Are you trying to build this business to hide money from me?
Right. But that's that's what I'm saying. That's a conversation that you got to be like, what does that mean exactly? What does
Yeah,
being
I
independent mean
know.
to you?
And
right?
I have these
Okay,
conversations.
good.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that I've never had a woman that wanted to be a sub that was also talking about, I want my independence.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not really.
It's like an oxymoron, kind of.
A sub can still work a job. She
Right.
could work a dominant job where she's the boss. You're not included in that. Obviously, you don't work for her. You're not an employee,
Right.
right? And you don't work in the same establishment and stuff like that. So that's her separate thing. But when she comes home, is she still independent?
Mm.
Or is should she still be independent? Also?
So you
Two
want her
questions.
to switch it off.
Two questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why be in a relationship then?
Mm. Well, that's the thing. She has to know when to shut off that independence.
So how does a woman earn a man's protection and
I was
resources?
gonna ask that question.
For example, money, his mind, his secrets, like emotional intimacy, leadership, more.
She has to learn them.
So she has to learn him?
Yeah, she has to learn him, see, build with him.
Okay. I believe yeah, she has to build with him, ride or die.
Mm-hmm.
Be trustworthy, loyal, show him that he's loved.
Mm-hmm.
And
Be honest.
And yeah. So that I think that's what makes her earn that. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some people are looking to get picked up right away.
I think that's just this day and age.
Generation?
Everybody wants that
Yeah.
instant gratification. Yeah.
Do you think men search for trophy wives and women search for sugar daddies?
I don't think. I think it depends on the state of mind that the men and the women are in.
Mm.
I think men and women who are more serious and at that level of where they want to build, they obviously are not looking for that. But the young ones that want to have fun, hell yeah. Especially the girls.
Yeah, the context is men. So I believe men is masculinity. Men is divine, not males. Males are different. So the context is men.
So men, no.
Yes.
You think they are looking for trophy wives?
Yes, because men are most likely traditional. So they're thinking family. They're always thinking building.
Right, okay. But me and you have a different definition of trophy wives.
Okay. But they're looking, yes, we do. But they're looking for trophy wives. Traditional wives, gonna cater, be submissive, cook, clean, be there for them, ride or die.
If
I come home, it's peace. It's not, hey, I don't wanna leave work because I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
It's I can't wait to get out of here because when I go home, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's peaceful. I'm gonna have a cooked meal, massage, all this shit. I just love it. I'd rather just be here all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. This is how men want their the trophy wives, but males might be different. I don't think males think of marriage at all.
Right. Well, no, because my definition of a trophy wife I've always heard of is the wife that has the perfect figure, I guess, yes is a yes person, always yesing them to death. So yeah,
it could be true.
And
subjective.
women then, if men, you're saying in this statement is in the divine, and the women then are in their divine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not chicks or girls. Then no, I don't think women look for sugar daddies.
Yeah, they don't. Women who are probably broken do.
Yes.
Most this is like
young
a new
girls
age
that want to have fun, or any. As a matter of fact, let me retract that. Women or chicks that just want to have fun, no matter what age, we'll be looking for that.
New age prostitution is what we're looking at. And I said this in episode 59, season 5 finale, with the whole sugar daddies and shit. Like they need to go back.
Yeah.
But that was season 5, episode 59. This is a new age prostitution.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you an example. A chick could be curving you. You're trying to take her out. I don't got time. The moment you're like, yo, I'll cash app you. What's going on? You need help with this bill. You need that. Maybe you give her some dick. Yo, the bitch got more time than a lifeguard in the winter season.
Oh man, that's a lot of time.
Now she willing to give you attention, wherever you want to go, all this shit. Now you become a customer. Feel me? So everything that you do becomes transactional. Sex, you got to pay money. Conversation, you got to pay money. You want to spend time with me? Got to pay money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want me to give you emotional support? Gotta pay money. Want me to cook for you, clean for you, iron your clothes? Gotta pay me money.
Mm.
No age prostitution. So it's hard because there's more single mothers and single women nowadays than there's ever been.
Mm.
So women might be working 2 jobs. She might not have time, right?
That's true.
So it's like, that's why some of these might gravitate towards the ball players and whatever because of that.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I always teach men to study these mannerisms with women. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do.
Yeah. Watch what
You
they
see what I'm
do.
saying?
So most women want the top guy, the man that may possess all the attributes all women desire.
Mm-hmm.
With these types of men being a handful in society, do you think that means a woman would be more inclined in sharing him?
Yeah, women are sharing men right now. We're in denial
Yeah, I
because
think
they
so
don't see
too.
the woman.
Yeah. Or some of them, because I used to be like this also. Like, as long as I don't care, I don't see it, I don't care. There's a lot of women that are like that too.
Yeah, some women have agreements. Could be professional athletes. You married your high school sweetheart. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
In her mind, I know he's high caliber. A lot of women want this motherfucker. I'm not gonna give him up. I'm not gonna give these women the satisfaction.
Yeah.
I invested years. Fuck these bitches, these new age bitches. Right? I'm thinking like a chick right now. I got my mind in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
Take the brain, put it in there.
Oh, I thought you were
Close it.
doing your hair. I was like, that's rude.
So now,
Not all girls do that.
you know what I'm saying? Now my brain is in her brain. I'm thinking like some women out there. Not all of them. I want to generalize.
Okay.
So now she's like, fuck that. A lot of women want him. I want him more now. He's desirable. And I ain't gonna give him up that easy. They want him. No, I invested years. Fuck that.
Yep. And also,
So-
you know what they're thinking?
so-
if he hasn't left me yet, he ain't leaving me.
Yeah. So now she might be like, okay, you're gonna do your thing. This might be a verbal agreement. You're gonna do your thing. You travel for the games 200 plus days a year, right? Whatever. Boom. Could be football. Boom. 17 weeks of football. Could be basketball. Basketball's 82 games. Boom. Baseball's 162 games.
Jesus.
I don't know about hockey and all them others, right? Boom. So now she's like, listen, you're gonna do your thing. Don't get caught in the public. Make sure you wear a condom. Make sure you never bring it around the house.
Yeah.
I don't want the kids to see it. I don't want to see it. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's an agreement. Now, most women will agree to this when they know that they have a high caliber man. They
Yeah.
will.
I agree.
They
I
will.
believe you. Yeah.
This is not a percentage. It's not a maybe. They will.
Because you know why? Also, they also have their mothers, their aunties, their grandmothers. Like, he makes good money.
Yeah,
He takes care of you.
yeah.
You know,
Yes.
let that just close your eyes.
So the reality is, women are doomed.
That's fucked up.
Women
We're
are
doomed.
doomed. With everything that we've stated about men being straightforward, that we already said is a handful. Now, when you meet a man and he's like, listen, you're already gonna find a man that has some type of baggage. Could be kids, baby mother, a wife, right? He's gonna have baggage, but you're gonna connect with him. Now, if you see a man that is single and everything that you want, you question that. Because the reality is, ain't no woman out there that I know is getting with Steve Urkel. Family Matters was a fictional sitcom.
Yeah.
Myra was bad.
Myra was bad.
Myra was bad. She gravitated towards Steve. Yes, but you come on. Steve could have been a dominant, and we never knew. She
That's
called
true.
him daddy.
That's true.
They
she
called
did.
each other pet names. He could have been a dominant. Nobody knew. So he probably doing something. But she loved him for his mind.
Yeah.
She didn't go after the rich dude and all that other stuff. She came from a rich family, right? I study Family Matters rigorously. They're gonna need to go back to episode 22. So now, check this out. She saw potential in Steve. This motherfucker's a genius. If he want to be a millionaire tomorrow, he could. So I'm gonna invest.
Yeah.
Because I see potential. What did Laura do? Laura been ducking this motherfucker for years because he was a nerd in her eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
So
She
he
was going
became
after the bad
Savant.
boys for a minute. What happened? Laura was still single.
Yeah.
She started gravitating towards Steve once Myra was gravitating towards Steve.
That's true.
Steve became desirable.
Mm-hmm.
And she was beautiful.
Yes.
So that made her want him more. And with the whole Stefan thing, Stefan was a narcissistic. So Stefan had to be adjusted because the first Stefan didn't have a heart.
Mhm.
that's why she was like, I want Steve back.
Yeah.
So when the new Stefan came, he got those emotions. She started liking it. However, Stefan went to model in France. So now she fell in with Steve. They kissed. "Oh, I think I love you. But I got Myra though. You see? So now it's like, you got to understand, a lot of women aren't going to get with a Steve Urkel.
Wait, did he get both then?
Uh,
Man, I hope he did.
temporarily,
Hey, that's what I'm
but
talking about.
he made a decision. So
I hope
ultimately,
it wasn't Laura.
yeah, it was Laura. He
Idiot.
chose Laura.
Idiot.
Yeah. So you got to understand, and I always tell men, go for women that like you too.
Yes.
Go for women that care about you too, that are excited to want to be with you and see you. Why? Because the gold digger, the opportunists don't really love you, not really interested in you.
And will
She's
show it
interested in what
too.
you got. Once that shit is gone, she's not interested because it was superficiality. She was falling in love with your power, your dominance, probably. In fact, maybe you could dominate women. She's gravitating towards those things. She's not really into you. She's into the idea of you. Might not even know your real
what you
name.
can provide. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? What you can provide. So those are the superficialities she's falling in love with. And I always teach men this stuff to study about women. So the reality is, most women aren't going to find the men that they really want, which is the alpha, dominant, almighty kings. They're not going to get these guys. They're going to settle for three things. One of three things. A pet for a boyfriend. The married guy that has a wife. They're going to be a concubine or poly,
like a mistress,
whatever. Slut, whatever, side chick, whatever you want to call it. Or the last one, the weak beta male that they're going to end up controlling. Now that's going to last for a little bit. Why is it going to last for a little bit? Do you know?
Because she's getting her way.
Not just that, she's going to get tired.
Oh.
So I'll expound on that. You're partially correct. She's going to get tired. This is when she gets tired. I'm indecisive about something. I want to get my nails done. What do you think, baby? Now, mind you, she wears the pants. You never let him be a man. So the reality is he's just a yes man, nice type of guy. He don't put his foot down for nothing, no standards, nothing. He's not assertive, not a decision maker, not a leader. So now the reality is she's going in a relationship on 50-50 partnership. So now she's like, yo, he's indecisive. She's pissed off. Why when I need you? Why when I need you to be a man and make decisions, you can't do it? Whose fault is it?
You don't let him. Yeah.
Whose fault is it?
It's her fault.
Okay, so now she gets tired of it. Might post her cheeks online. He don't care because he's the yes man. He allows her to do it. Now, he might be sneakily engaging with somebody else until she finds it, sees it in his phone, whatever. Maybe the bitch calls the house, comes to the house, right? So now she's like, everything I did for this motherfucker, and he's still cheating on me? It's your fault, girl. So the reality is, this is the three type of men you're going to get with, because we live in a world where ain't nobody virgins, this and that. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. A lot of women live in a fantasy world, but let's keep it real.
So do you think because of this, women will just marry down or not get married at all then?
Yes, absolutely. That's what's going to happen. That is exactly what's going to happen.
So then do you think that women who do hypergamy, that leads to polyamory or polygamy?
Yes.
I think so.
Because you got to understand, if there's a handful of these top guys, every woman's going to gravitate towards him. If he's heterosexual, he doesn't go the other way, he's gonna get cuffed.
And they're going to just be like, you know what?
Not my situation, because I'm not taken, but I'm not single. Nobody owns me. I don't belong to anybody.
And plus, you're always honest.
I own women. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So, but nobody owns me. So a woman can't say, well, I have to share you. Technically speaking, you're not sharing me because you'll never own me.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? So the reality is, most of these men will get cuffed because every woman wants them.
Got you.
So you're already going to find him with somebody.
Yeah, the difference is that he's not honest and he's going to keep all those a secret from each other.
So a woman is not that dumb to see that, yo, I've studied this guy long enough that he has all these great qualities. And he told me he's single. She's going to talk to her friends and say, she told me he's single. Even her friend's going to say he's lying. You know why? Because the reality is, in her psyche, she's gonna be like, something about him is lying. If this guy is such a great catch, why ain't a bitch here?
Mm. And then they're gonna ask for his
Something,
social
maybe he got a
media.
little dick
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
because I haven't had sex with him yet.
Right. Like
So
they're gonna try to find something, a reason for it.
yes, because the reality is, women gravitate towards the men that are more desirable.
Yeah.
That if you find a Steve Urkel who doesn't have anything, a lot of women don't care about a man's mind and potential and all that stuff. She's looking at you as a nerd, right? You're not
Yeah.
desirable. She's gonna be like, I don't want him.
Yeah.
Women need to validate him so it makes me, because in a woman's psyche, her DNA is built to follow.
So if
Especially
other women like him,
especially other women. So most women, and I've experienced this, when a woman could be talking to me or whatever, yo, she already telling her friends about me, her family, because she's getting validation. Yo, look at his pictures. She's getting validation. What do you think?
Yeah.
I love this guy. What do you think? She's
Right.
trying to get a co-signer.
Right.
Because if that girl's like, oh yeah, girl, you should definitely do it. If you don't want him, I'll get him.
Right.
Makes her want it more.
Yeah, she's like, oh, let me jump on this now. Yeah.
Yeah. So the reality is, more women do this than men. So the reality is, women will gravitate towards men that other women want. That's why they're bullshitting. And I always say this because I'm here to crush delusion
What are they
and
bullshitting?
hypothetical ideologies.
Wait, what are they bullshitting?
When they are saying all these things that they want and I'll never share, man, and all this shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
When they talk about I'll never share, man, they talking about his dick.
Yeah.
Because you sharing him. If he's a high valuable asset, you're sharing him in many ways that may not include sex.
Yeah, that's true.
His projects, his business, his mind, maybe a business partner who's the opposite sex or multiple. He might work with women.
Yeah.
Guys, like, you see what I'm saying? You're constantly sharing him.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So visually, you're sharing him. Energy, you're sharing him. So on a technical aspect, you're sharing him.
Yep.
But they mean it on a physical and sexual aspect.
Right.
I won't share my dick.
Right.
Yeah, and that's just a fucked up
That's probably
mentality.
the only thing that they find important.
Exactly.
Anyway.
That's a fucked up mentality because you're looking at him as a piece of meat.
Now, do you think most women would rather be the king or emperor slut or side piece versus the peasant's wife?
The kings.
Would they rather be the king or an
King.
emperor? Me too.
The reason is this goes back to hypergamy. A lot of women are not
Yes.
fucking with men who are basic.
Yeah. They want somebody that they know
you
will be able
are-
to come in
You
clutch with them.
listen. You are a hardworking 9 to 5. Never post on social media. Don't even have social media. Maybe a little bit overweight, but you good to me, faithful, all this shit. Make sure she doesn't have social media and she don't see a guy like me. Because if she see a guy like me, she gonna start looking at her man and say, I want you to do this stuff to me. It's Valentine's Day. I want we to have this. So the women that have these kinks and sexual fetishes also are in a fucked up place.
Yeah.
They're fucking doomed. They're fucking doomed because you can have that man who's doing everything for you as a man and he's faithful and he's a stand-up guy.
Except
He
he's not
doesn't
good in
have
the
high
bedroom.
status. But now it's like he's not also doing that because he's working his ass off so much that he's tired
Yeah.
and his testosterone level is dropping. So he don't have a high sex drive to give you what you want.
Yeah.
You pleasuring yourself every night.
That's
When
what I was
women
gonna say.
get with these weak guys, they settle.
That's what
They
say.
may gain a lot. And I said this in episode 54, season 5. Would you allow your partner to dress how they want? Shout out to Big Africa, my boy. He was on there.
Oh, he was on there. Yep.
Women sacrifice when they get with the weak beta males because they gain a lot. Maybe independence and free spirit post my cheeks online and I won't be held accountable. I could be spoiled and all that other shit, right? But when they get with the alpha males, they're gonna get more. But they gotta sacrifice standards. Don't ever post your cheeks online. Your body is a temple, it's part of submission, and it belongs to me. I don't want niggas seeing what I see in private. Could be his standards. I'm not saying everybody's like that. Could be his standards. Oh, you do this, you do that. I got certain rules and whatever it is. You're gonna have to abide by that. You see what I'm saying? So there are certain things that you have to give up to get a lot. And there's with the weak beta males, the nice guys, you're gonna get all your freedom, but you're gonna not get what you really want. You're not gonna get protection, security, great sex, none of that stuff that a woman really needs in her life. She's not gonna get that.
Well, I think women give up the sex part. I think that's the one thing that women will sacrifice.
That's
on.
important.
It
you
is
know
important,
why?
but you know what they're
you know why
thinking?
sex is important?
It's very important, but
It's
they're
not just for
thinking-
pleasure.
They're thinking I can take care of myself.
Okay, yes, they can.
Yeah.
But it's not just for pleasure. With the exchange of energy with that masculine, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
You're not just getting healing. You're not just getting great pleasure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be living longer.
Yeah.
Your immune system is going to be building.
But a lot of people don't realize that when it comes to sex. They just want to feel good, period.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah. All right. Do you think someone who is ugly, shy, average would be more faithful and loyal
Yes.
than someone who
Yes.
isn't?
Yep. 100%.
For both men and women?
Yeah.
I disagree.
You think that
I'm not
somebody
going to
who's-
say my subs are ugly. My subs are bad. And bad means good, ladies and gentlemen. Good looking. You know, like my subs are bad. They might be a little shy. You know what I'm saying? Could be a little average, but the thing is, like, to me, average, like, okay, a 7 out of 10 woman or 8 out of 10 woman who is submissive, catering, loving, and all these things, right? That I really want, overpowers a 10 or a 12 who's a gold digger, opportunist, spoiled,
they are more
entitlement,
faithful.
selfish. So the ones that like, you got to understand that a 7 to them is a 12 to me
right.
because of all these things.
But all right, so a person, somebody's looks are what's the word that you always say? Subjective, right? But somebody who's maybe their own looks they're not confident in with, or they're shy or average looking, they are going to be more faithful because they don't think if they are with somebody who is, let's say like you, and they're like, oh, he's so good looking, he treats me so good. I'm not as confident that I'm going to be able to get another one like him. I'm going to be faithful to him. Or you don't think that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And to expound on that, it's because they value you more than themselves. Whether the man values her more than him or the woman values him more than her. That's what will keep her faithful. She has to look at you as a god, a king, and that keeps her faithful. If she looks at you as a simp and a beta male, she's going to cheat. She may have her personal morals. I don't care if it's a shit guy. I'm submissive. I will not open my legs. However, she's gonna DM some guy and build an emotional attachment. It might be even beyond her control. But if she sees that's a king and a god, she's not just giving her pussy away. She's not giving her mind.
That's true.
She's not giving free access. Niggas can't physically see me. I ain't gonna pop up places. You see what I'm saying? Because of those things.
Yeah.
The man also, if he values her higher than himself, yes, he's gonna be faithful.
That's what I think. Do you believe a man's loyalty is tested when he has it all, and a woman's loyalty is tested when he has nothing?
Yes, like the old saying says.
I believe so too.
Yep. I believe sex is shared, money is taken. Most women lust after money while most men lust after sex. Why?
Well, most women lust after money because of that security. Now, most men lust after sex. I don't know why. I'm not a man, but I'm going to go with because they're just horny bastards. I don't know why. Maybe because they want to. I changed my mind. Most men lust after sex because they want to spread their seed. It's in them.
Yeah, it's in them. Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
They lust after sex because, that's the end goal for a lot of men, and that's how they view women.
So my first answer was right.
That's how they view women.
It's just sex.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? When a man views a woman as just a sexual object, the irony about that is he's putting her on the bottom of the bottom.
And you know what that means? He's putting himself on the bottom of the bottom too.
Yes, he is. Because the reality is, like, with these women themselves that are talking about their sexual talents, and that's the thing you could bring to the table.
Yeah.
They're at the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do we all want what we can't have as humans? I think unfulfilled humans Like
We all, yeah, I
if
think so.
somebody works on themselves and they don't want what they can't have,
I,
they are happy with what they already have. You know what I mean?
I think, yeah, I think we all want what we can't have.
I
You
mean,
know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
at a certain
You might,
certain times in your life, yes.
you might be with a dude, and I'm the author, so I got the brush. I'm gonna paint the perfect picture. Okay, you want to shut your eyes so you can like vision this,
Mhm.
if you want.
My eyes are
So
closed. Go.
a woman could be with a man. They're sitting on the sofa watching TV, and they do this shit for propaganda. Fucking TV commercials, advertisement about wedding rings,
Mm.
and she knows that that guy ain't about marriage, and she's like, in her mind, I want that. But every time we bring it up, it's an argument, so I don't want to bring it up. Now she changes the channel because she doesn't want,
Right, any
ideas.
problems?
Yeah, but she wants what she can have. Um,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
could be you see a commercial of a Ferrari. They don't have to advertise those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they don't advertise Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say hypothetically, you see a commercial for a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? You know it's not within your budget, but you want it. You want what you can't have.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It
it is human nature to never be fully satisfied.
again, I think that's
Subjective.
why can't I remember that word? In the age of independent women, why is a
Okay,
man
sorry. I'm gonna give you an
scare the
example.
crap out
I'm gonna
of
give you an
me?
example. Men, you could give women the world. She'll say, "Where the fuck is the moon and the sun?"
That is a
Women are
selfish
built.
woman. Not all women are like that.
Women are built like this. You got to train this out of them.
Not all women are
Women
like
are
that.
built like this, and we could agree to disagree.
Then we are agreeing.
Yes, women are built like this. You have to train this out of them. You could give the woman the world. She will not be satisfied. She will be seeing something like the caller said, yo, Betty and Bob do this. Why can't we go on trips?
That does make sense.
Why can't we go on trips? Why can't we take pictures on Instagram? Why can't we do? She will constantly not be satisfied.
All right.
You could do the work, give her the world. She gonna want it. It could be mundane shit. It could be mundane shit. Baby, why you never make decisions to go to dinner?
Or like when a man wants to be part of the picture when she's taking a picture of the food.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. Now, in the age of independent women, why is a man's value determined by what he can provide?
Because women still want to feel girly at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them have been
Yeah, that's not right though.
What?
That his value shouldn't be determined by what he can provide. I mean, just because let's say he could provide, emotional support. He talks you off
He's a
the
platonic
ledge.
friend. He's a platonic friendship. It's a platonic friendship. Ain't no woman gonna care to like let a man fuck her. That's doing that only. When she's feeling down, she'll go smoke a blunt with this nigga and talk. You ain't ever getting the panties. Or let's not even say she'll smoke a blunt. She'll call him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm feeling someone and my boyfriend was mean to me.
No, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like she just
but I'm talking about a woman, let's say, or a girl that's having a hard time. She has a hard home life or whatever, and she can call her boyfriend up and be like, "I'm having such a hard time with my sister or my brother or whatever," and he talks her down. Why are you making that face?
But a man that's doing that is probably gonna provide more than that.
Yeah,
because he's providing emotional stability. He's probably gonna provide.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't just be that he can't, what he can, if he can't just provide financially.
But he's still no. This is not financially. This is
Just
what he can
anything.
provide,
Oh, okay.
providing the entirety.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't even providing money. Yo, there's women out there who fall in love with men because they taught them something, not with expensive stuff they bought them.
Definitely, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like women, I've met women that were rich men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I've never paid their bills. I've done little things. Paid for dinner, bought them something maybe on their birthday or something like that, gave them a book. And they love me more than those guys.
Yeah. No, I see that.
You see what I'm saying? So the reality is I'm more valuable to them. They look at those guys as simps. They look at those guys as, oh, I've used them. I've did this, I've did that. I've had a luxurious lifestyle. I don't care about that.
Right. I also feel like every time, like there are some men who, when they fuck up, they feel like, oh, let me buy them something because I fucked up. This is my way of saying I'm sorry.
Mm.
I feel like there's times where that gets old. Like,
Yeah.
stop buying shit. Just
Yeah.
fucking act correct.
Yeah,
You know
let's
what I
get
mean?
into this one.
Oh Lord, which one?
Is it hard for a man to get a woman he wants to bed, or harder for a woman to get a man she wants to commit?
It's harder for a woman she wants the man to commit.
Hell yeah, because there's women out here that are sleeping with dudes on the first date because they make money and independent, and they correlate that with power. There's women out there that
that's
will go to another country and probably sleep with a guy in the first week and then come back home and then talk about, yeah, we're in a long distance relationship. But she probably would never do that. Maybe because of what he's providing too.
Maybe.
Money or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Great sex, whatever it is. But there's women that will do that.
Emotional.
And they most likely make a lot of money.
Mhm.
Independent.
Yeah.
Free spirits, air quotes. You see? So the reality is you're gonna get sex easier from a woman quicker
Yes.
than a woman's gonna get a man to commit.
100%.
Yeah.
If men are having sex with women before women are getting commitment from men, do women really care about commitment? I think that they use the sex to try to get commitment from men.
Mm.
You like that, right? That's what I think they're trying to be.
Eso.
You see? I'm not just a pretty
Mhm.
face, people. I have a mind.
Yep.
How would women get commitment from men? Well, you're the man. How does that happen?
Just goes back to earlier. How would she earn a man's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
have
that.
to.
You gotta be there for the long haul. You gotta show him that
You believe in him. You gotta,
that's worth
talk
more
all
than
that.
money.
Yeah.
That's worth more than money for a lot of men. You gotta see the potential in him. You gotta be willing to invest in him. And I
Speak
don't
those
mean
words that elevate
I
him.
don't mean financially invest in him. You gotta be willing to invest in him. And if you could be that ride or die,
Yep.
we see it all the time how these athletes marry the high school sweetheart, because they were there when nobody was. The biggest test is when a man hits rock bottom. Where are you?
Yeah.
Are you there? Because he doesn't forget about those things. In You're All I Need, Mary J. Blige and Method Man, back when I was nothing, you made a brother feel like he was something.
That's why I'm with you to this day, boo, no fronting.
You said, even when the skies are gray, you used to rub me on my back and say everything will be okay.
Now that's
Even
real
if I'm
to a
locked
brother
up,
like me, baby.
yeah. Even if I'm locked up north, you never showing your stuff off, boo. You see, so like real men, real traditional old school men value this stuff. The littlest things are big for them. Simplicity is underrated. So the littlest things is paramount for these guys.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the reality is those are what's gonna get a woman to be committed. The woman that's the gold digger, nice body, give me sex easy and stuff like that. No, I'm gonna just ride this shit till the wheels fall off. I ain't never gonna give her a ring. I ain't never gonna give her a baby. I ain't never gonna I'm gonna tell that bitch to get on birth control. I'm gonna tell the bitch I'm gonna always wear a condom. Yo, am I saying some shit that probably resonating with people?
100% it is.
Yeah, maybe in a city near you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Somebody that you know. How would men trust and respect women enough to commit to them?
2 things. Stop posting your cheeks online. Stop trying to get validation from men online. Stop being showing off online. The independent, strong, I don't need a man. Stop saying that. Independent, maybe strong is fine. Don't say independent. That's a trigger for men. You show that you don't need them. Stop saying those things and show that you respect yourself. Why? Because energy is infectious. A lot of these women that do this don't respect themselves, huh? So the reality is, if you show a man that don't call me a bitch. My daddy never called me a bitch. You put certain standards down. Oh, okay, she different from everybody else.
Yeah.
She don't post her cheeks. She don't do this. She don't do that. A real man's gonna appreciate that. A man who's not in his divinity, a man who's low vibrational, will look at her as boring and on to the next. But a real man would appreciate it. So a woman's not gonna get commitment from a clown. She's not gonna get commitment from the childish man. She's gonna get commitment from the serious guy, the traditional guy, the man who's in his divine masculine, and the man who is old school because he thinks of family. These clowns, you're gonna be laughing with them forever.
Yeah, you are.
So the reality is, you want commitment from these men that you really want. Stop doing this shit.
You got to be committed to yourself first.
Yeah. And that's where you showing you respect yourself. And if you respect yourself, other people will fall in line.
No way. If a man can hire a maid to cook, clean, cater to him, a masseuse to rub his back, hire a whore to, oh my
Suck
lord,
his dick,
and give
give
him
him
pussy.
pussy,
I could
have
say it.
female friends to vent to for emotional support. What else should a woman bring to the table as a man? So let's ask the woman that's in the building. So what
That's
else does
awful.
she have to bring? Because a lot of women told me this stuff. I'll be like, yo, what you got to bring to the table? And I start talking, and they tell me this stuff. I say, yo, I'm not for this stuff because I got women that will do this stuff for me for free.
Right.
So I'll tell them that I got women that will do that for me for free, and I could train somebody. So what else you have? So what does a woman have to? So for the men that are paying attention,
I
what does a
mean,
woman have to bring?
this is the only thing that I can do is talk about what I can bring to the table, right? I can make the man that I'm with make him feel like he's a god. I can make him, I could uplift his spirit when he is down. I could pray for him. I can pray with him if he allows me to. And I could tell him, I will have your back and we will face whatever problems come to you. Besides the fact that I can cook and clean and all that other good stuff. But that's for me. Now, what other women, they may have something else that they can bring. But it depends on the man that you're trying to get with, that you have, not that you're trying to get with, that you are with, and what you can provide for him
Okay.
as your role.
Okay. So
Wait, but how
all
was
right,
that?
those
That
are
was pretty
good.
good,
Yeah,
right?
those are good. I feel like what a woman can provide are all those things because all those things are peace and emotional
Peace.
support. But she also needs to provide order. Like let's say they live together, order with the house with the kids and stuff like that. She needs to provide compassion, loyalty, acceptance, understanding. How was your
Oh, yeah.
day, babe? Yo, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I'm gonna leave him alone
Right.
until he
Don't
comes
badger
down
him. Right.
and whatever. How was your day, babe? Oh man, this shit was rough. My day was just so fucking. Yo, I understand. Come over here. I don't want women touching my feet, but maybe she rubs your feet. Maybe I like my back rubbed. Maybe she rubs your back. Have
Or
a
some guys like their head
yeah,
scratched.
good meal and stuff like that. She'll do that stuff for you because she's understanding. She's bringing it. Like this is a woman that's in her divinity. There's a
Yeah.
feminine woman. So she's gonna bring those things. She's gonna bring
Understanding. Did you say that one?
yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna bring uh uh virtue. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna bring those things. And the man should be bringing law, righteousness, structure, stability, discipline, um and passion. You know what I'm saying? Obviously great sex and stability. You see?
I
Yeah.
agree.
So you have any final thoughts?
I mean, I think my final thoughts kind of. Wait, what the heck is the question? Is it fair? Damn. Is it fair for a wife to have her own money and for his money to be theirs? I think, all right, off rip with some, there are some instances where I would say that it's okay. Like, like how you stated, a woman that is being abused or something like that, and she wants to find a way out. Definitely, you have to do whatever you're gonna have to do to keep yourself and whoever else safe. But for the most part, if you're going into a marriage, and this is strictly for marriage, I guess you can think about it while you're dating, ladies. But if you're gonna marry somebody, then why would you marry them thinking, well, if this doesn't work, let me stash some money away just in case. Like, what
If
is the purpose of marrying that
if that's
person
the
then?
case, get a prenup.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly?
Get a
Then
prenup.
get a prenup. But
Yeah.
I think if you want to, like, I agree with the first caller. You and him put money in for a joint account, and then you have your money and he has his money separately, but everybody knows about it. You know what I mean? Then okay, that can be fair. But to hide money purposefully, then I don't think that that's right.
Yeah, so I believe it's fair for her to have her own money because of the stuff that I stated. Living with a woman living with you or you being with a woman, it's expensive. Especially if you want her to keep up with herself, her appearance, and stuff. It's expensive. If you're
Yeah.
not gonna do it, she gotta do it. Like, yo, I'm not gonna have time or maybe the patience to be going to the beauty place with you or cosmetics and picking shit out.
Right.
And like I'm your allowance type of guy. I'm your bank. Like you're picking shit out, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pay. No, I'm not gonna have the patience for that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
who
rush
does?
you.
Right.
But if I want you to look good for me, I know that you're gonna take your time and do that. So you should have your money. Or it's like, yo, just take my credit card
I agree.
and go. But she should have her own money because women have so many things for themselves. Their hygiene, how they are, what they like, their hair, their nails, and stuff like that. Cosmetics is expensive. So that's
It
why they
is.
should have their own money. But they shouldn't have their own money because they're like, yo, I wanna save this money so I could get my own apartment.
Yeah, no,
Or
that's crazy talk.
or I wanna save this money because my girlfriend needs help with her bills. Why are you paying your
Her bills,
girlfriend's
right?
stuff?
Right.
Like, why are you giving you never told me this? Like, you see, that's why. But those are standards that you would have to put down in
Yeah.
the relationship. But I believe that they should have their own money.
I agree
And
with you.
his
They
money should
should,
be
but
his.
it shouldn't be hidden. Like you shouldn't have
Definitely
to
not.
hide that. You should be like, I'm have my money. Here's the money that I put in, and
Yo,
that's
if
it.
she's hiding it,
That's a problem.
she has bad ulterior motives
Hmm.
for it.
All right.
Okay.
So-
So if a woman is married to a man, she automatically makes half.
Wait, where are you reading?
That's my final
Oh,
thoughts.
my bad. Go.
If there's no prenup established and signed. Therefore, his money is hers regardless. So laws have been set for marriage to favor women more than men, and it's also propaganda. Disney films, like I said earlier, advertisement and commercials for wedding rings.
Mhm.
Women are impulsive and more so impulsive buyers. When some women witness those commercials, boom, they'll run to their man with the wedding ideas, etc. You really must know your partner or partners and who you're dealing with. That's what it stems from. That's the foundation.
Yeah.
This leaves no room for doubt, insecurity, secrets being kept, etc. If couples also always practice telling each other everything, even what some people may think is annoying or every detail, it becomes second nature. Neither party, men nor women, keep anything from each other. Littlest things. I'm leaving the house right now. I'm going to this. I'm going to that party. Blah
Mhm.
blah. Is like, am I dressed appropriately? Send him a picture. How do you like this? Like those things. I mean, this might be subjective. I like these things, but if she's doing these things, hey, this weirdo DM me. She screenshots it. Like, yo, this already builds trust.
Mm.
Automatic. This guy's already thinking, yo, she's so good. I'm
Mm.
not gonna leave. My boy is him and his fiance. She's like that.
Mm.
She was like that before she got the ring.
Oh, okay.
And she knows me too.
Mhm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like that before she got the ring. So, how did she get the ring?
There
People
you
need to
go.
pay attention.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, why are the hoes and the trash bags getting wife? They're not getting wife to real men. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
I'll tell you that. So, a woman's trust, devotion, faithfulness, and loyalty to a man is priceless and paramount. Oftentimes, those are the reasons women get wifed up. Women gravitate towards men for long-term relationships. Even it could be business.
Mm.
Perhaps they see a bright or potential future. Men marry women because they see she has a good past. Listen, rewind or whatever you have to do. I'm not going to reiterate. If a woman is hiding money, what else would she hide from him? Women gravitate towards men because they see a bright or potential bright future.
Mm.
My advice to men is level up so high you can get whatever the fuck you want in life. Build your empire, find a woman or women who are really about you and settle down with them. It's not
Mhm.
about getting a whole bunch of pussy. It's about getting a lot of pussy. There's a difference. Because you could be fucking these two women every day, twice a day. You're getting a lot of pussy.
That's very
Versus
true.
going out there and getting a whole bunch, oh, I'm rich, so I travel here. I got a bitch out there. I got a bitch out there. I got a bitch out there. And I got a bitch out there. So when a woman meets him and he says he's single, he's legitimate. And then
Yeah,
she's
that's
kind of
true.
like, but he has all these great qualities. Oh, he's single, successful, and all that. Yeah, because he got bitches that he's banging in different countries
Right.
and
Maybe.
states.
And maybe he doesn't think that the bitches are, he's gonna claim the bitches. He
Yeah.
claims women.
Yes.
Oh, those guys are tricky.
Yeah. So the reality is like this is what needs to occur in order for this to happen. Most women are out there whether it's a party city or country, and they're more promiscuous than men. They're searching for men with their status, money, power, than actual love and commitment. The man providing for a woman should be a bonus. That's her reward for being ride or die. Rewind that. So I'm not going to reiterate.
Saw that? You heard it?
If every time you see the woman, you spend time with her, talk to her, and money is required, she is not the one. A woman that asks for nothing or little deserves everything. So I test women this way. And I said this in, I think, even episode 59, season 5 finale. I test women. I'll take them to the cheapest places. Summertime, we'll go walk in the park. Fucking, I won't even take them to an expensive restaurant just to see how they're gonna be. Right? They don't need to know how much money I make. I could have 3 commas in my bank. They would never know. I could make $1.7 million a year. They would never know. I take them to Barnes and Nobles on the first meeting. Go to a book section and say, what's your favorite book? And see how long it takes her to see where her mind is at.
Those are good tests.
So now I'm walking in the park. It's giving me ample amount of time to actually get to know her. Picnic in the park. To seeing if she's gonna be like, yo, this nigga cheap, yo. I don't want to see him anymore. He ain't spend nothing on me.
That's terrible.
Just to see. And now next time we text and talk to see if the pattern change. Yo, she still texts me in the morning to see if I'm doing good, if I ate right.
Oh, so that's a good thing. If she's still doing it.
If she's still consistent.
Gotcha.
If she's not consistent, I see it's probably because I took her to a cheap place. So I need to
You
get
took a
rid of this
picnic.
bitch fast. 'Cause this
Gotcha.
bitch is trash.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? So this is the stuff that I teach men as well. You know, if every single time you're spending money, like she could be like, hey, baby, you spend money all the time. She never called me baby, but just use your imagination. Baby, you know, you spend money all the time. Come over, I'll cook you something. Or let's do this or whatever. Maybe she has an idea.
Right.
And you make the final decision, okay, cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That means something. If you have to spend money every single time you go out,
It's a problem.
that's suspect.
That's a problem.
That's suspect. Because it doesn't require money for you to spend time with a woman.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So men have to pay attention to these things.
Yes, they do.
You know what I'm saying? As far as building their legacy and their capital and their family and stuff like that. So, you know, if the woman is really not about you, that's how you're going to know she's not really about you.
Yep.
She's about what you're willing to provide, what you have, your status, all of this stuff. And a lot of women will not be straight up about this because they might not want you to run away.
That's true too.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
More men will be straightforward. More real men will be straightforward because they know they got options and they know that they walk in their prize mentality. Their self-worth is high. They know that they're a high valuable asset.
Right.
That if she says no, she runs away, it's her loss. Well, a lot of women don't think like that. A lot of women are insecure, depressed, bipolar,
Yeah, but
broken.
a lot of men aren't as honest either. Like
Yeah,
how
real
you
men.
are,
Real
right?
men.
Real men are honest,
Yeah.
but not. There's not a lot of real men.
So a lot of women won't vocalize this stuff in the beginning because they like, yo, if he thinks I'm an opportunist,
I don't want to push him away.
yes.
Yeah.
If he thinks all I want is sex, I don't want to push him away. If he thinks all I want is sex, is he gonna think I'm a hoe? If he thinks all I want is to dominate him, is he think I'm gonna want to? A lot of women are not gonna vocalize.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So what men have to do is, it's sad, but what a lot of men have to do is they have to read women's minds. They have to study their mannerisms and body language. They have to have mental documentation of patterns. Because when women's patterns change, they're changing.
That's true. I feel like, though, a lot of people in general, period, don't know how to vocalize what they want.
Yeah.
And it's not just women because, you know, it's just people in general. No, and nobody wants to, like you've said so many times before, nobody wants to be that, you know, the one not politically correct or seen as a bad guy.
When a person is healed, right? And then we're
Yes.
going to cut. When a person is healed, they've confronted everything, childhood traumas and all that.
Yep.
They are secure.
Yes.
In a way, they don't care what you think. So I'm going to give you an example. If I'm being vulnerable with somebody that I'm dating that I see future with, and I tell them about my family and secrets, things that I don't share with social media or other people or strangers. I don't care if she says I'm a simp.
So who, you? Or just in
Yeah.
general? That's rude.
She would never say that to me, but maybe to her friends or in her mind.
That's
I don't care if
awful.
she would say that. She's broken if she thinks that way.
Yeah, that's
I'm in
awful.
my divine masculine and in tune with my femininity
Mm-hmm.
because I can do that. So the reality is, if I'm doing that, that's also a big deal because it's hard for men to do that.
Yes, 100%. I agree with you.
So if I'm doing that, I don't care how she thinks about me.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a lot of people who are broken, like you said, men and women, will not say. If I want to
Exactly.
just approach her and say, yo, I just want a pipe, yo, honesty's not going to be rewarded. Let me just say,
Or you never know. It might be. It
Let me
might be
just-
like, damn, that's refreshing.
let me
Fuck it, let's go.
Let me just say I'm going to go with the flow.
Mm.
No, a man that's going to say that is a man that's that high caliber. He knows what he's bringing to the table, and she does too.
Yeah.
So she's going to agree to it.
Yeah.
But a man who's insecure and unhealed and stuff like that, he's not. Even though he wants that.
Right. And that's all he wants. He's going to play that game.
So he's, I'm going with the flow. Living in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do this step by step. No plan, nothing.
Right.
Let's just see where things go.
Right.
The woman, she holds things. With you see?
Yeah, it's an awful chain, you know, like a domino effect.
Yeah. This is what it comes down to. All right. So this was the special bonus episode. We are coming back on June 16th for the season 8 finale. It's gonna be good. You wanted the
season 8 premiere.
Oh, my bad.
Look
Season
at him
8
already fast forwarding because he
Season 8
wants me to open up these shows.
Do you want to tell them what the titles are gonna be, or we just
No.
Okay.
No, because you know why? I've noticed that everybody's like, "What's the next one? What's the next one?" No,
Yeah.
this is how we keep you
Okay.
hooked, people. You're fiends for a reason.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, you were tuned in to one of the most raw, uncut, unapologetic, real, no holds barred podcasts. This is What That Be Podcast. Peace.